This is called The Lonesome Demise of My Wretched Poetry Coat, and I was a teenage folksinger. This explains why my coat got shot full of holes. The shotgun. When men first landed on the moon, I was working as an armed human scarecrow at a cherry farm. My alleged duty was to sit atop a rickety tower and scare the birds with a shotgun. To look the part, I'd often wear my poetry coat. Started out as a navy blue trench coat, but I was tie-dye bleaching everything and tye-dying everything, and it didn't look so good, so I put my poems on the blotches in the inside. So that being a time when I had a little bit of modesty, sometimes I'd open up and share my soul. So sometimes I would employ my poetry coat as a phantom surrogate. By setting up my coat on like a scarecrow, I was able to come down to the ground and do nefarious things, such as sneak up on my friend Michael in his tower. Sometimes during the evenings, when migrating starlings flew overhead, some of the young charges would blast their way through high heaven. Nothing in the job description said we should not perforate our fellow workers. We weren't supposed to kill birds or maim them, but we had fun. So it was with quiet abandon that I climbed up Michael's tower. And while I was climbing up, I heard a volley of shots coming from my tower. And upon returning to my tower, I was shocked to see what had happened in my absence. My poetry coat had been shot full of holes. And I opened up the walking anthology and found that there were some words missing from some of my poems. And that was the first time it occurred to me that I should edit my work. I was once a human scarecrow upon a cherry farm, on a tower with a shotgun. Didn't mean to do no harm. How that cow got in the air eludes me to this day. So many things I would have done, but cows got in the way. I was a teenage folksinger with a wretched poetry coat. It was tie-dye bleached and contained the lousy stuff I wrote, and you wouldn't believe how bad it was. With poems inscribed in the lining, I'd often bare my soul. Oh, is it any wonder my early work was shot full of holes? I was once a world-class clown doing stand-up in canoes. Now my days of building castles in quicksand all are through. Being forced to play ice hockey, I was a lousy skater, but did some groundbreaking work as a jackhammer operator. I was a teenage folksinger with a wretched poetry coat. It was tie-dye bleached and contained the lousy stuff I wrote. With the poems inscribed in the lining, I'd often bare my soul. Oh, is it any wonder my early work was shot full of holes? I sat atop an upright piano, beating chords out with my feet. My version of cold turkey, temperatures rising, could be heard way down the street. At school, the Glee Club sponsor, she said I sang off key in numerous humorous doomsday ditties, all devoid of glee. Now sing along with feeling. I was a teenage folksinger with a wretched poetry coat. Nobody's singing. It was tie-dye bleached and contained the lousy stuff I wrote. Poems inscribed in the lining I'd often bare my soul. Oh, is it any wonder? My early work was shot full of holes.
Nice.
Let's give it up again for Stefan.